Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my project pan for 2026. I've never done a formal official project pan, but this year I decided to record all of my makeup inventory and just make sure that I can use all of my products, enjoy my full collection, none of my products go neglected, and also hopefully that I can finish some of the products that I've had for a long time. I find a typical project pan a little bit too restrictive. I don't like having to use just one specific palette or one specific blush for a long period of time until I hit pan, because I like to be creative with my makeup and I like to do different looks and use different palettes. So for this year, the goal I've set for myself is more of a no pan left behind. I want to make sure that I use every makeup item that I own at least once this year, and that includes every pan and every palette that I have, as well as just standalone makeup items like lipsticks, bronzers, blushes, whatever I have. Everything needs to be used at least once, and I have a specific way I'm tracking this, and today I'm going to show you that. Here I have my bullet journal where I recorded all of the makeup that I own divided by categories, and honestly it took me forever because I have so much makeup. I also drew out the palettes here. Maybe next year I will do it in a spreadsheet because it just took me so long to write everything out, but it is satisfying to tally up my makeup uses. So whenever I do my makeup at the end of the day before washing it off, I tally up here in orange every product that I used that day. And then for palettes, if I used a pan for the first time, then I also put a dot there. And this orange line means that there is a pan exposed in that shade. So in a lot of them, the pans have been exposed from before. I don't think I've hit any new pans yet this year, but it is a nice way for me to kind of track my usage and progress. I don't track every single use though, so for some of the items that I use a lot, once it hits 20 uses, I stop tracking it because that means I'm making very good use of the product and I don't really care about hitting a specific number of uses beyond that. And then on these pages where there's a little bit less space, once I've used something more than 15 times, I also stop tracking it. Actually, this isn't 20 uses, it's 30 uses. So yeah, some of these products are definitely staples in my collection that are well loved and well used. So I have everything here by categories. I have my face primers, foundations, eyeshadow primers, concealers. I have all of my powders here, bronzers, pressed blush, cream brush and contour, highlighters, face palettes, eyeshadow and face palettes. Some of them have a larger pan that is usually a blush or a highlighter. And then more eyeshadows here. As you can see, I have a lot of the Urban Decay Naked palettes, single eyeshadows, stick eyeshadows, mascara, liquid eyeliner, eye pencils, brow makeup items, lip balms, liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, regular bullet lipsticks, lip pencils, setting sprays, and the new additions are not really sorted, but for next year I will sort them into their own categories. In addition to the tally marks for my makeup use, I also have specific markings here. So the black dot means that I have a goal to finish this makeup item by the end of the year. It's not a strict goal, but kind of a guideline for myself to make sure I use some of these products more often. A lot of them are just older products that I really want to finally use up and get rid of. And the check mark actually means that the product has been used up. So I have this cushion foundation from Go-Go Tales that comes with a refill, and I used up the original one and still working on the refill, which I haven't used yet, but I also hope to finish it this year. Then here I have this orange line, which means this product has a pan in it, whether it's from last year or a new pan that I hit this year. And here I have this orange dot. This is mostly for older products. I call it use it or lose it. So for products that have an orange dot, I just really want to get as much use out of them as I can throughout the year. And whether or not I finish it, I'm just hoping to declutter it at the end of the year because these products are just pretty old in my collection. And finally, for products that have a cross, that means it's been decluttered or I gave it away. Some of the products just kind of expired throughout the few months that I've been using them this year, so I threw them away, or I just gave them away to other people to enjoy. For example, I have a lot of colorful eyeliners, so I don't need all of these colors. I gave some of them away. I also set monthly usage goals for myself. Usually it's Project 10 pan, which just means that I want to use certain makeup items at least 10 times. And once I hit the 10 times in a month, I just stop counting. So for example, here, it's a list of some specific products that I was focusing on that month, or just more loose goals. For example, using a non-black eyeliner to make sure I get more use out of my colorful eye pencils, or using any singles or cream eyeshadows, because I tend to focus just on my eyeshadow palettes, and sometimes those singles go neglected. Another example of monthly goals here. So in this case, I had this loose powder that I actually fully finished. So I didn't even end up hitting 10 uses on it in that given month. But for the rest of the products, yeah, as long as I use something 10 times, some of these are just to use a new cheek product, a new eye product, a new lip product, something that I haven't used this year yet at all, just to have that like one usage there for no pan left behind. And this also helps me get through my makeup collection and make sure that I use and enjoy all of the products that I own. And I also have a separate page where I track my beauty empties. It's color coded by month. So the first number is just in order to see how many empties I get to finish this year. And the second number signifies the month when the empty happened. Looks like I had a lot in March and April, none in May so far. But yeah, this includes not just makeup, but also any hair care, skincare, sometimes body care products, kind of whatever I use on a day-to-day basis. It is satisfying for me to track any empties that I have. And then at the end of the year, I am planning to tally them up by category to see, for example, how many face cleansers, how many shampoos, how many hair conditioners and things like that I go through in a year. And it just helps me know realistically what my product consumption is, so that I don't buy too many things. And if I get too many things in PR, then I give some of them away, because realistically, I can only finish this much in a year. I also have a spread for my fragrance collection. I have a lot of perfumes, and I organize them roughly by kind of the vibe of the perfume, if I think it's best in spring or summer, or in fall and winter. And my goal is also to make sure that I use each perfume that I own at least once. As you can see, the majority of them I've only used once this year. I also have some that I feel like are good for any season. And then here, the ones that I prefer after showers. So a lot of them are just body mists, or just perfumes that are kind of fresh and good to use after shower, but maybe not very long lasting. Yeah, the body sprays here. And then also I have a list of all of my travel size fragrances as well. And I have a goal to finish some of them at least. For example, this one, Liz Claiborne Crush perfume, I used up entirely. Whenever I go traveling, I bring one travel size with me, and that would be the perfume I use throughout my entire trip. And it is likely that I will finish it. But yeah, out of all of these, only one is finished so far. And I have a section here for new additions, but fortunately, I haven't bought any new perfumes yet this year. I don't really want to expand my collection too much. So it's blank for now, but there's a little bit of space if maybe I get a gift or I decide to buy something that really catches my eye. So that's pretty much how I track my makeup inventory and usage, as well as my empties. It's very satisfying. It's something fun to kind of track throughout the year and see what my actual realistic consumption is, because I get a lot of makeup products in PR, and sometimes it feels like my collection is getting out of control. So the goal of this project is to really use everything I have. If I have something that I don't use that much, then that's probably a good reason to give it away or declutter if the product is too old. But yeah, overall, it kind of keeps me on track. And I also wanted to show you a few products that I think are going to be done soon. At least I'm working on finishing them, or products that have pretty sizable pans that I'm also proud of. And the first one here is this Estee Lauder holiday palette from many years ago, probably over 10 years ago, but These are all powder products, so I don't think they expire. At least for now, I'm happy with how they're performing. And I'm gonna show it closer so you can see. So this palette has a bunch of eyeshadows and 2 blushes. The blushes I haven't used that much, but I'm definitely trying to get more use out of them. But as you can see, I have a lot of pans here, especially for the lighter shades. And I'm losing focus. Okay, there we go. I'll bring it closer as well. So these 2 shades are really good as a highlighter shade, and I'm currently working on this one that's almost done. I'm using it as my eyebrow highlighter every time I do my makeup, so I think I will be able to finish it by the end of the year for sure. And then I will work on this one next. I also have this cheek product from Korres. This was one of the first high-end makeup products that I bought at Sephora, probably in like 2014, if not earlier. And this product is long discontinued. But yeah, as you can see here, I have a pretty sizable pan. Originally, this was like a trio with a highlighter, blush, and bronzer. But it's very hard to use that way because the blush and bronzer stripes are so thin. So I just kind of dip my brush in the middle and use the whole thing as a bronzer. The highlighter is not very shiny and highlighty. I would say it's more like a powder that has tiny glitters in it. Let me see if I can bring this closer. It's best if I just swirl my brush kind of around the whole thing and use it as a bronzer. And I've been using it a lot this year. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'm definitely hoping to expand this pan more. This is a Merit lipstick in the shade Millennial, and this is a staple in my collection. And honestly, I don't know if I should consider it done by this point. As you can see, this is as far as it comes out. I'm not going to dip into it and try to scrape out the product, but I think if I just swipe it on my lips, I can still get a few uses out of it. So I will keep it for now, but I think it's going to be an empty very soon. Maybe I'll use it like once or twice still. But I really like the shade. Yeah, the shade Millennial is really a staple for me, but I don't think I'm going to buy it again just because I have a lot of lipsticks already, and I can probably get a similar shade from another brand. It's fun to try new makeup, but yeah, I really enjoyed using this one. This setting powder by Becca isn't empty. It took me a lot of months, maybe a year, to fully use it up. But yeah, I just wanted to show it to you because I'm proud of having completed it. It is currently discontinued because the brand Becca doesn't exist anymore. So no point kind of reviewing it, but yeah, it's cool that I was able to finish it fully. I also have this Stila makeup primer. I have a backup that's full and this one that's almost done. So I'm really focusing on finishing it this year, and obviously, I'm not going to get much use out of the backup because it really does take me a long time to go through the whole thing, and I don't use it every time that I apply my makeup. But this one will be done soon for sure. Let me show you closer. As you can see, there's just a tiny bit left, so maybe I'll use it like 2 or 3 times and it's going to be done. I also have this NARS Laguna bronzer from a very long time ago, and I have a big pan in it. I really like this bronzer, but I have a lot of bronzer, so I don't use it as much as I'd like to. I'm hoping I'll get more use out of it. The only thing I don't like is that the packaging got very dirty. It's like super grimy. I don't know, for some reason the packaging is just sticky and it collects dust and makeup residue from, I don't know, I guess like wherever I've been storing it, and it's very hard to clean it. I've tried cleaning it before. But anyway, here's a close-up of the pan again. It's very satisfying, and it does have a pretty nice dip too in the product around the pan as well. So that's it for today. I hope this video was fun and helpful. On this channel, I primarily post shorts, and a lot of them are also reposted on Instagram and TikTok. So feel free to follow me on any of these platforms that you like. My username is the same everywhere. But yeah, I hope to see you around my channel. Bye for now.